My. This is just taking me forever. This is already paid for, so I really want to get this done and mailed. This is the one that I decided I'm not going to high polish. I've got another one cut out that I will high polish. But for some reason, I've just fallen out of the knife making mood. And I think it's because I have so many other really pressing things that I have to do. It's way too cold to work outside, but I got to get the, the pickets put up around the backside of my house. And I want to get my well drilled. And then, the world, the situation we're in, it has got me so, I don't know, the word I guess would be uneasy. And it's completely sapped the happy, content feeling that I get from sitting here and quietly making knives without any outside world problems affecting me. And they are. So let me just quickly tell you what happened to me yesterday. Yesterday, my wife and I went to town, Marshall, Texas, from where we live in Wascom, Texas. And, between here and there, it's Highway 80, which is just a 2-lane road, but it's a 65-mile-an-hour road, which is kind of... Texas has some incredibly high speed limits on roads that shouldn't have speed limits that high. So it's a 65-mile-an-hour road, and believe me, if you're not going 65, you're going to have a train of tailgaters pissed that you're not going 65, or better for them, 75, because, most people are not happy with the speed limit. They got to go 10 miles an hour over. Even on the interstate, it's 75, and you'll be cruising along at 75 and have people pass you at 85 and 90 all day long. So anyway, I digress. I'm going 65 miles an hour, and I see somebody sitting in their driveway, and I'm expecting them to pull out because, I'm far enough away where they could pull out safely as long as they accelerated and, not be in my way or... Anyway, so I get closer and closer and closer, and then, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, well, they must be, since I'm the only car here and there's nobody else in either direction, they're probably just going to wait till I go by before they pull out. That way they don't have to accelerate. Okay, about the time that thought finishes my head, now I'm about 100 feet from this lady's driveway, and what do you think she does? At 65 miles an hour, she pulls right out in front of me at 5 or 10 miles an hour. I hit my brakes for all I'm worth, and I could not believe this lady sat there all that time and decided to pull out way past when she should have. Anyway, it was a near collision. So she looks in her mirror, and instead of stepping on the gas, she continues to putt down the road on a 65-mile-an-hour road at 40 miles an hour, putt, 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 having just nearly had a wreck, totally oblivious. Anyway, we get into town and the reduced speed, and what do you think she does? She takes off, speeds through town. Get to Walmart. It is freaking packed. And I told my wife, this is the last freaking time I'm going to Walmart during the day when everybody else is here. It's the last time. If we're not out of our house at 7 a.m., you can just go by yourself, because I am not going to Walmart anymore when all these people are here. So it's crowded. And, for the most part, people are being pretty patient and cool about it. And there's this one lady. She comes down this aisle pushing her buggy, mad as hell that there are people in her store. And I am the very last at the end of the aisle, and she makes her way to me. Well, I can't go because there's people in front of me, so I can't push my buggy any further in. And next to me, there's one of them stupid things they stick out in the aisle, a display, right? That everybody has to go around or bump into or trip over or poke their eye on. So instead of just waiting a half a second, she shoves her cart between my cart and that thing in the aisle. I don't even know what they call them. It's just like a display that is in everybody's way no matter where they put them. And she smashes into my cart, into my freaking hand that I've had 3 surgeries on. And man, I saw stars, because I'm telling you, you can't even shake that hand or squeeze that hand without, you want to bring me to the ground, squeeze my fingers. I mean, a pain is instantaneous. So I let out a yelp and I hold my hand, and that freaking lady doesn't even say a word. She backs up and takes another stab at this gap that's far too small for her to get through. Still smashing into my buggy, although now I've got my hand off my buggy and I'm holding it because it hurts like hell. Just keeps on going. Not a freaking word. So, yeah, it was one of them days. So we get home. We're on Highway 80 coming back to my road where I turn left on. It's another main highway. I turn off of Highway 80. I got my turn signal on. And I'm coming up to my turn. And I start turning in. And this guy at a stop sign just decides to pull out with me right there. He's at a stop sign. I'm on a federal freaking highway. I got my turn signal on. Clearly I'm turning. So I'm turning left into my turn it's another major highway. Him from a stop sign decides, I guess he's tired of waiting. He starts turning and he almost runs into me before he stops. Well, now he's out in the middle of this federal highway with me. I came to a stop because he was going to hit me. I don't know what the hell has gone wrong with people, man. Honestly, I just don't know how much more it can take. I do not want to leave my yard. And when I do leave, I want to go at hours where most people are. My wife and I get up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. There is no reason we should not be into Walmart and out of there by the time most people are getting out of bed. And from now on, I am not going anywhere unless we're there when they open. I am just had it with. Yeah, I'm upset. It's really affecting me. People have just gone crazy with their driving. I'm almost to the point now where I'm afraid to ride my motorcycle because, my God, people are doing some crazy stuff. The other day on the interstate, I had a guy purposely run me off the road on my motorcycle. And it's just getting nuts. You know, not long before that, I had a Lowe's employee flip me the bird in Lowe's. Well, anyway, this is affecting my desire to sit out here and take my mind off of everything and make good knives. I'm having a very difficult time forcing myself to come out here, and I got to be in the right. I mean, it's a lot of intense labor, and I have to be focused, and I have to want to do it. And what's happening around me has totally sucked the desire to make good knives out of me and the pleasure I get from it. So I'm going to get this knife to a point where I can finish it. I'm going to finish this knife probably today. I'm going to put this off until I am in a much better frame of mind. This is the one that's going to be high polished, and believe me, this takes 110% full devotion of your attention, time, and labor, or else it's not going to work out. It's just not worth doing if you can't devote all your energies and attention to it. High polished blades are the hardest blade to do. So, okay, you've listened to me bitch for almost 10 minutes. Really, I'm just at a freaking loss as to how to get rid of this. My only answer is to just not leave the house anymore or leave my property. But how can you live like that? You know, we have enough groceries now to go about a month. And when I do start my well project, I'll need to go to Lowe's to get some PVC pipe and some pea gravel. But I've got everything I need to do. I bought the pickets. I bought the lumber for the back of my house there. So this weekend it's going to be warm, Saturday and Sunday, and I should be able to do that. So I'm going to sand some today. It's about noon or so. Probably going to spend another hour or two out here, and what I get done, I just get done. And this fella's already paid me for this and one other knife. If I don't get this done pretty quick, I'm going to go ahead and send him the one knife, which is the high polish Texas Rumble, and just keep working on this a little at a time. I'll get it done. This is, these are fairly easy and quick to make. I've got one side of this sanded up, the grind lines out of it, and I think I can finish up this side here in just a couple of hours, and then I'm just going to put it to the side and finish that today, get it at least to the heat treatment and tempering process. So that's where I'm at. And my cat, it cannot figure out how to use that door. Breezy came in that door right in front of the cat, and the cat poked around it a little bit. So I may go try to teach the cat how to use that door, because this is a well insulated building and I can heat it, and if she'll stay in here, she'll have plenty of heat through the winter. Okay, a little more sanding. Sorry if I bummed you out. It's been a crazy few days. Okay, I was gonna do a video about how to easily bathe your cat, but instead I'm gonna do a video and I'm just gonna say, don't. Just don't. That's not a good idea. Yeah, bad idea. Okay.